Happy holidays, everyone. ChiroSecure friends, family. It is so exciting to see you. And we have conquered another year. This is, in fact, our last Facebook Live together in 2023. But don't despair because we're going to be setting you up for the most epic year in chiropractic history ever. And why do I say that? Because as we go through today's presentation, I'm going to be sharing a little bit about what is coming up in 2024. And it literally gives me goosebumps. You've been with us on this journey, and the foundation for chiropractic progress is you. That means you make it happen. You increase the visibility and the utilization of chiropractic. And together we are absolutely uniting and we're prospering. And that over the past 120 plus years for chiropractic is where we say we're hitting the tipping point. And I hope you will agree with me that the tipping point is long overdue and the patients need us now. Many people have said this, but they need us now more than ever. They need to know the truth about their body mechanics, why it's so important to have daily habits, and how you fit into their life. Listen, you don't have a profession that does nothing every day. You have a profession that does everything for the community every day. It means that your words are put into action by how you deliver your life. Chiropractic is a career, but it's a lifestyle too. And I think as we start delivering in 2024, the lifestyle that so many of us have enjoyed, but kind of took for granted because, well, we had fabulous teachers that taught us what it is to be a chiropractor and live as a chiropractor. And I can't be more grateful. In fact, just telling you a little story of where my husband is in his life, my youngest son had shared a picture with one of his friends, and he said, "Wow, your dad looks 20 years younger than one of my colleagues who is at the same age." And I thought, that's why we do what we do is because we live with vitality. So we're going to start with a difficult topic, but we're changing it because it's the real impact. What is the real impact the back pain has? Now, go back for just a few moments and the impact these sponsors have had in our lives. Anywhere from ChiroSecure, making sure our lives are protected, our profession is prospering. But think about all of the products and services that these sponsors offer, and they're with us. They're with the Foundation for Chiropractic Progress. So, as you'll see later in this is a moment to be grateful, a moment to celebrate, and it's the holiday season. So, let's get our holiday happiness from today's presentation, even though we're talking about back pain. So, how do you do that? Well, let's look at this. I will tell you that in order to create a world of wellness, we have to look at what the problem really is. What really is the problem? This is the number one leading disability globally is back pain. So if we're in the number one leading disability and it hasn't really moved the needle doing all the things that has been quote unquote for the patient, there's probably a pill for that. And they figured out there's not. So we need now to showcase what it is to live a healthy chiropractic lifestyle. I bring to your attention 619 million people are in fact suffering with low back pain. So, what message do they really need? And when you look at these infographics, which I'm hoping you'll put up, because listen, we're in the holiday season, and many of you are going to be thinking, I don't want to put this out. Please put this out. Here's why: lifting, bending, pushing, pulling, repetitive rotation. Does that sound like decorating a Christmas tree, putting together a hosted family dinner? It's all the things your patients are doing right now. And when they have back pain, I don't want them taking a pill. I want them to know who they need to go to. And furthermore, I want them to prevent by you telling them, look, your core improves. This is why we put this infographic in. You put your sentences together when you place it on Facebook and you say, I want your holidays to be bright and merry. Therefore, let's get some core stabilization exercises in this holiday season. Or let's talk about our work limitations. If you're sitting all day and then you now randomly get weeks or a week off, are you prepared for that? So I want you to be able to share with them, what does it mean? Stress plays a massive impact. So I want you to remember the holidays can be very stressful. And with your smile on your face, you're sharing the lifestyle that you are appreciating and sharing with your patients. But let's look at the psychological stress like depression and anger and how they coexist for patients, sometimes often magnetizing the effect on what their activities of daily living are going to be impacted by. So think about what the latest research is saying. And we didn't have this research in 2022. So I want to share with you, remember February 2023, this very year was an epic study by Dr. Yang. And it was given to us through the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health. And it's a very special article that shares how low back pain and depression have globally been recognized. And then, in fact, there is a bidirectional comorbidity where patients are experiencing low back pain and major depression. We need to have these difficult conversations with our patients to share that this is not unusual, that they're starting to feel depressed if they have low back pain, but also think about the reverse. They're depressed. Maybe it's the holidays and they've lost loved ones, and all of a sudden they get back pain. So think through how you logistically talk to your patients at this time during the holidays, because when you look at this study by Yang, you can see the conclusion, and it is specifically addressing how low back pain, depression are not isolated. So it's a gift you give your patients when you talk to them about, maybe there's a friend, maybe it's the patient in your room, maybe it's the grandparent. There is someone who is suffering with either depression or low back pain, and the two are coming together. So we have to have these associated comments so that it doesn't feel like it is overwhelming to them, and that you're with them the entire time. You're there to help them. And that is why I want to bring to your attention 2023 in April. This, again, is a study that was showcasing what are the spinal pain problems that have health conditions and health behaviors. These conversations go through to 2024, and I can tell you, when we absolutely, with 100% certainty, share with our patients what we live every day and how we do it, they will make better choices. They will make better choices for their family and their friends. And this is no longer if, this is when. When you come in to see me, you will be getting the very best care for the beauty of the machine that you have been given, because we have study after study after study showcasing the mechanisms involved with spinal manipulative therapy, aka a chiropractic adjustment, that feeds into where some of the chronic conditions are causing the biggest global burden of health. And I want you to pay close attention here, because it starts with spinal pain. All four chronic conditions in health, as you can see in this yellow box, are significantly increased in the prevalent odds of spinal pain. Which ones are they? Cardiovascular condition, 58%. Hypertension, 40%. Diabetes, 25%. Obesity, 34%. Listen, when we can connect the dots for the patients will see a bigger, bolder, braver picture. And that's our job to do for our patients. So, sending out this mental health and chronic pain book during the holiday season, I want you to see this as a positive, not a negative, because people are going to have some type of mental stress during the holidays. And when they start to see the mind body connection, you just painted that picture for them. They come to see you, they ask questions, they do better, they have better. And so, as you know, we have our December marketing roadmap. If you're new to this and this is the first time you've ever seen it, this marketing roadmap is week by week. It's so simple. You talk with your front desk. It'll take you maybe 2 minutes to go over with your front desk. And then you start looking at what are the pieces that you're going to be doing that month. And December, we're already halfway through, but don't despair, because the last few weeks of December are in all honesty, some of the most stressful times for patients. Yes, there's a lot of love and a lot of celebration and a lot of excitement, but remember, with the excitement in the decorating and the cooking and all of the other pieces that come, like holiday travel and sitting in cars, you're going to be a vital force for them to have a happy holiday season. So, this is the time when people start to have reflection. If you're living the chiropractic lifestyle, you're going to give yourself as well some rest and relaxation. This is the time maybe you pick up a book like the DCR 2.0 and you look at some of the latest, greatest research. How are you going to share it? Who are you going to share it with? These are the important questions I'm asking you today. Give yourself the gift of time to reflect on why you became a chiropractor. Reflect on what research you can share with your community. And this book, it's done for you with the Foundation for Chiropractic Progress. It's a gift to you. It's a gift to the community. And you will see what the evidence of chiropractic care is out there, the latest, greatest, and you'll be able to see how that's going to be implemented into your practice. So I'm setting you up for the beautiful 2024. One of those is PowerPoint presentations. So easy to do. You slip them in a newsletter, you put them on a YouTube, you can put them on your website. But ask yourself this in January, if you did a PowerPoint presentation that talked about stress management and you shared with them this one PowerPoint presentation that really talks about how does the nervous system get impacted? Is it stress, trauma, weather, environment? Is it a adjustment that is necessary? How do they choose to be part of your community? What are you doing to make your practice the expert? Well, I'm going to tell you one of the cores to 2024 is adjusted reality. And you can share this with your patients right now. Help them see what are the importance of your core in 2024. Now, you and I know core strength is one piece, but that's not the core I'm talking about. When you listen to this podcast and you share with them when people have a little downtime, maybe they're driving over to their friend's house and it's an hour of inspiration, and they will come back to you fully motivated to get their adjustment. So, what is CORE talking about? Creativity. It's studying the creativity that you have to levels that enhance your overall mental well being. And we all need that. So let's talk about what the core is. I talked about core as a creativity. How does it impact your life when you are creative? Just try a new hobby for yourself too. Maybe you go into your community and you look up Monday nights become painting, pottery, and you bring some of your patients along. Or maybe you get gift cards, or maybe you begin to have conversations with your community in your clinic to say, hey, let's try something new. And inspirationally, there's music classes, there's pottery classes, you name it. The limit is only for you to decide. And I hope that you just keep it open. When you look at optimism, this really is how do your patients see their lives, living longer, living healthier? And what is the mental attitude that influences not only your mental health as the practitioner, but also your physical well being? So you can give them tips by listening to this podcast is one of them, but practice gratitude. I am so very grateful. Number one, you're here with me today. And number two, the foundation is building greater momentum every single day. But just surround yourself with that positivity and then relaxation, which many of you could use a lot more. So, this holiday season, I wish you relaxation, the time to regenerate, the time to slow that fast paced life down and just relax and overlook at some of the components of your own holistic health. What are you doing for you? Chronic stress is linked to a variety of healthcare issues. And I want you to know that if you need a partner in keeping you honest, give your colleague a call. Hey, I want to do this in 2024. Will you keep me honest? And that's what happens when you start to relax, is you start to reflect. Last, exercise. Now I know that's funny because I just said relax, but I want you to remind your patients in the new year that exercise is a very important part. And when we start talking about exercise, it's not just the cardiovascular health that we're talking about. We're talking about building weight, building the weights in their life? How are they impacting their muscle growth? How do they ensure their body is functioning optimally and that they're choosing an activity they enjoy? Because you're more likely to stick with it if, in fact, you enjoy it. That's the core podcast. Listen, adjusted reality is growing bigger and better every single week. When we see our numbers grow, it is amazing. I cannot tell you how much I'm looking forward to the final annual report for all healthcare podcasts, as well as all podcasts. But remember, if you want to have fun this season, then you take a break. You listen to Power Up Your Endurance or Mr. Universe or Crack Addict with Dr. Alessandra Colon. You enjoy these podcasts because I think when people hear them, they're driven to chiropractic care naturally. And I want to remind you some of the podcasts that came out of season 6. The Genius Break, that's something we all need, with Dr. Susie Carmack. Eat to Fast, maybe in the new year, with Dr. Mindy Peltz. She has been all over the media. Second leading expert in the entire world, Dr. John Neustad, Fracture Proof Your Bones. Expert on osteoporosis, osteopenia, absolutely understands chiropractic. The Impact of Artificial Intelligence with Dr. Heidi Horvick, love that one. Ultra Mindset with Travis Macy. What about acetaminophen? This holiday season, headaches happen. Let them listen to Katie's Cause. Acetaminophen can really damage the liver, so we really do want to have that honest conversation. And then Sam Kionis, an amazing writer, and he has the True Tales of America's Opioid Epidemic, pardon me. And last but certainly not least is our award winner, Olivia Athens, Top Performance Secrets with Professional Soccer Player. So think about where you're going to be this holiday season. I just want to give you some updates because while we're moving forward in a direction in 2024 I never thought we would get to, but we're raising awareness and we're increasing the utilization of chiropractic. And that's because we have members like you. So if you're a member right now and you forget how to use your membership, that's okay. We want you to take some time this holiday season to reflect on how to use your membership. So our marketing director, fabulous Alexis Lignos, has put together a short 20-minute opportunity for you to build your 2024 core in your media. Okay, that's how you build your core media strategy. You just learn how to use your benefits. That's a good one. Last but not least, why are we raising $1 million to reach 100 million patients? Because our time is now. And our chairman has graciously given a $1 million match. And if you actually go to f4cp.org/give, you'll see it there in that green box, f4cp.org/give. This is the gift you can give yourself. This gift will help us build 3 30-second commercials, and we have a really good return on our investment so far with a Telly and a Vidi and a Marcom. I mean, it's so amazing how our commercials are touching millions of lives. Will you help me get this information out in the media? Get these commercials on your websites. You can use these commercials anywhere you go, but next year we're building 3 of them. So your money is going in to posting those commercials on media across the United States. The more we build, the more money we have to place our commercials, the better we're going to be. So any amount matters. So I'm asking you, I'm pleading with you to help me make that $1 million match happen, because can you imagine what we can do when we can place our benefits in a 30-second commercial that's going to change the lives of those around you? So I thank you. I wish you the very best of the holiday season. I cannot wait until 2024 when we start releasing our new materials and be able to share with you why you became a chiropractor, inspire you, build your passion back, build it to a point where you're exploding with chiropractic energy like I am. I love this profession. I'm so grateful for you to be with us on this journey to increase the utilization of chiropractic like never before. The tipping point is now. And with you and about you, to make you the expert in your community. So, very best to all of you. Take your R&R and come back re-energized when you come back to ChiroSecure's Facebook Live in 2024. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all of the holiday season greetings that go with that. All the best.
Isn't it time you join the most powerful team of successful doctors in chiropractic and go for the gold? Simply go to www.f4cp.org/package and get your customized practice success solution.